Hi, if you have a 1998 Land Rover Discovery 1 LE with a 4.0 engine, you may want to subscribe to my channel. I try to post at least once a week simple repairs that you can do yourself on your Land Rover. And if you're new to my channel, I would like to take the time out to say welcome and hope to see you again and again. But before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Believe it or not, this helps me continue making these videos. Well, welcome back. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about something that's really important about these Land Rovers. I have a 1998 Land Rover Discovery 1 LE with a 4.0 engine in it. As you know, in these Land Rovers, or any vehicle for that matter, one of the things that can go wrong is your thermostat will fail. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, as of course this is what we do with these Land Rovers, we take them out to the middle of nowhere. If your thermostat fails, unless you have an extra one, this can be a real big problem. Or, for instance, maybe you're stuck in traffic on the freeway and the thermostat fails. If it does fail, and you continually drive it, it's totally going to destroy your engine. At the very least, you may have to replace your head gaskets, and that's not cheap. So as you know, I'm located in the United States, but for all you Land Rover owners that are outside of the United States, you may want to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Before we discuss this revolutionary product, let's review the cooling system in our vehicle. Okay, let's start at the water pump. Your water pump's right here. Your water pump takes your antifreeze and pumps it into the engine, as you can see in here. And as it passes through, it cools down the engine because obviously your engine is running, and when it's running, it gets hot. And to cool it down, fluid is pumped through the engine to cool it down. As the fluid is going through, it gets hot in time, correct? Well, that's pumped through into a thermostat. The thermostat here maintains the temperature of the engine. Once it reaches a specific temperature, mine being 180 degrees, the thermostat will open and allow water to flow through and to the radiator. Once this hot water comes in, it goes into your radiator and it moves downward, sort of like a waterfall. As the water's moving downward, your fan sucks air through the radiator, which cools your antifreeze down. As it moves downward, of course, it goes back into the water pump, and the cycle starts all over again. It goes from the water pump into your engine, cools the engine down. As the water gets hot, the thermostat opens, and the hot water flows into the top of the radiator. It moves downward, cools down. You have cool radiator fluid coming in back into the water pump, and it just cycles. Well, part of the system also allows hot water flow into your heater core, which is underneath your dashboard. Hot water flows through your heater core and comes back into your water pump. And of course, air flows through your heater core, and that's how hot air is created to warm up your cabin. Now, let's take a closer look at the thermostat. Here's an animation courtesy of Motorrad. What you're seeing is a cross-section of a typical thermostat. If you notice the bottom of the thermostat, it's red, meaning that's the hot water coming out of your engine. And on top of the thermostat is essentially, once the thermostat opens up, it flows through the thermostat to your radiator. Right now, it's in the closed position. Like I said earlier, once the engine is running and reaches 180 degrees Fahrenheit, the thermostat automatically opens at that temperature, as shown here in the animation. It allows the hot water from the engine to flow through the thermostat into the radiator where the cooling takes place. The thermostat will stay open during normal operations of your vehicle. But if your thermostat fails, it will automatically stay closed, as shown here in the animation. What that does, it prevents the flow from your engine into your radiator, thus causing your engine to overheat. And if quickly not addressed, This will damage your engine. So now what the engineers at Motorrad did was engineer a thermostat that if it failed, rather than failing it in the closed position, it would fail in the open position, thus saving any damage to your engine. In my opinion, this is revolutionary in the thermostat world. Okay, you're probably wondering, okay, big guy, so what's the point you're trying to say? Well, my point is this. One of the many gentlemen that I respect that's on YouTube that knows a lot about these 1998 Land Rovers is Car Wizard. Him and like many of the other guys that I listen to have said this. If you ever buy a 1998 Land Rover, there's two major things you need to do to prevent big costly expenses. Number one, inspect and change your drive shaft. If that goes out, chances being your drive shaft will break and it may cause harm and or put a hole in your transmission. And obviously that's going to cost a lot of money to fix. Number two is replace your thermostat. When you get your vehicle, you don't know how old that thermostat is, and it's a cheap fix. What I'm proposing here, even though you do change your thermostat, if it does go out in the future, you'll have big problems, especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere, because when the thermostat goes out, it goes out in the closed position. What I'm proposing is to install a fail-safe thermostat. So if it does fail, it'll fail in the open position and there'll be zero to no damage to your vehicle, and you'll be able to get it home and fix it. This is the sole purpose of this video, to tell you, check out the fail-safe thermostats. I think you'll be glad you did. If you like to watch my instructional YouTube video on how to remove and replace your thermostat, click above on the right hand corner and it'll take you there. You can upgrade your thermostat for less than 30 bucks. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was very informative. Please check out my other how-to videos. Oh, and check out my new website. There's new items being put in there every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye!